Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the Metro Manila Arena. We're here in the Philippines for our main event. 10 rounds of heavyweight action. And the anticipation for this bout has grown as the week has gone on. A lot of talk behind these two. Now it's time to walk the walk.
His adversary, hailing out of Brooktown, the blockbuster Marciano.
Round number one is now underway. All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight. Able to dismiss that body shot. Teddy, I don't think there's any doubt about it in the matchup that we're seeing here tonight. It's clear who has the superior hand speed. What does the other guy need to do?
He needs to let the faster guy shadow box. Step out of range where he can't use his speed.
There's the combo downstairs. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Good work defensively by Mike Tyson. Plus, he landed that counter punch.
Yeah, and he forced him to punch. He made him, he drew it out of him, and then he timed him beautifully.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Little head hunting with the left. Tyson's combination punching is working well here. Now his opponent got away from that uppercut. Well, obviously what his opponent has done here is the reason that cut is in the shape that it's in. So if you're him, just keep doing what you're doing?
Yes and no, Joe. Of course, it's easy to say, yeah, keep doing what you're doing. But what if there's a little change? Your opponent's cut now. He's going to move his head, you figure, a little bit to survive in there. Now you shouldn't go head hunting, even though that cut's there. Now you have to adjust to what's in front of you. Go downstairs to the body a little bit, then go back up to that head. Don't let that red flag, so to speak, get you to go crazy and forget the body.
And we come to the end of round number one. Well, we've seen this before, a fighter with a bad cut, and sometimes a fighter that now has a much greater sense of urgency.
Yeah, right now, if he was gambling, if he was in a casino, he's rolling the dice. He's hoping to come up with 7.
See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Tyson's nailed by a huge hook. Obviously, defense becomes so important for him now. That cut around the eye could stop this fight at any point. What should he be trying to do here defensively, Ted? Oh, and there you go. Right on the spot. One, two. I give him a lot of credit for even getting up from that knockdown, but he still has to impress and move forward here.
Yeah, I applaud him. I give him credit, but I also recognize that he's in good shape. That's one of the reasons he got up.
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see. Good fundamental work, landing the 1-2 there. Started well upstairs with the right hand. You had to see it to believe it the first 2 minutes of these rounds. Now these fighters are trying to make everybody a believer in the final 60 seconds.
And this is why you understand the dimension of this sport like no other sport. At the end of this, how both participants will have mutual great respect for each other.
Tyson's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Good combination to the body. And the round comes to an end. We did have a knockdown in that round. Now, Teddy, if you're in the corner where your man was down on the floor, what are you telling him?
Well, the first thing I do is I sit him down, I get water on the back of his neck. You know, I bring him to his senses, I make sure that he's clear and everything, and then I tell him why he got his backside put on that canvas so he can correct it, and he doesn't go out there and get caught again with the same punch. Now you can start to see a nosebleed, and that's not a big concern now. What is a big concern is the effect that it potentially can have in the later rounds. Well, Teddy, you get in a spot like this, and everybody has their eyes on the fighter who was just knocked down in the last round. What do you look for? What tells you right away that you know what his status is? Well, it's two things. The easiest one is the legs, so I want to see if they're steady, if they're firm, if he's okay. But the next thing is his personality, believe it or not. It's kind of like when you go out to a bar with someone, they have a few drinks, and all of a sudden they're a different person. You know they're drunk. Well, I want to see whether or not my fighter is drunk. If he starts rushing at the guy, starts acting in a way that he's never acted before, I know it's time to pull the plug. He comes with the straight right hand. Iron Mike with a big uppercut. Good left there. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Oh! And he goes down for a second time. Does he have enough this time to rise up and continue on?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
Joe, this is where instincts kick in. You got to start moving that head automatically right now. You don't want to stay in the middle.
Combo lands to the head. And a right hand lands flush. And that's the end of round 3. Tyson's out in front as we take a look at Teddy's scorecard for the first time tonight, but they're still in a mode of just feeling each other out. Neither man has taken control of this bout so far. Great work offensively landing that combination by Mike Tyson. Tyson's ability to properly throw and land his combinations has been stunning. Teddy, why is he so successful?
Because you just said it, he's putting them together. You know, 1 or 2 wouldn't land, but he's handcuffing the guy. And the first 2 punches, they set up the 3rd and 4th.
Committing up top now, he goes there again. Solid. Remember earlier, he was on the canvas. Now he's looking down on his opponent.
We thought it was a bad thing earlier for him. It turned out to be a bad thing for his opponent because he got careless here.
Mike Tyson's back up on his feet. What will he look like in the next few moments of this fight? That's the big question. Halfway through round number 4. Tyson's doing well, sticking to a game plan on the outside. Good left hand able to land. And now he scores well with the straight right. Flush shot, it was the overhand left. Able to land the jab. Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then, oh no, actually I would say a little counterpunching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. There he is zoning in, the old 1-2. And round 4 comes to an end. You know, Teddy, I'm looking at that cut as he's in the corner now, and it doesn't look good at all. Do you think he thinks he has to go out there and try to end this fight?
Not only does he think it, I think he's right. I think that he probably has very little time left before the referee or the doctor's going to stop this. And he needs to be thinking that way if he's not.
trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. He scored well after being hit himself. Zoning in on that gut combination punch downstairs. There's that right hand he scores with. Scores up top with a left. Tyson's right in the way of that hook to the head. Oh, that had to hurt. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Here's the moment here as you see the step-back counter punch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces him into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops, steps back, makes a miss, and comes right back.
Well, something's got to stick. He sends the combination to the body. Mike Tyson digs deep with a big uppercut. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Tyson's blocking ability is doing well for him there. Tyson with a powerful left hand. Iron Mike with an iron right. Tyson's looking really good after that round. Teddy, I think it's a good fight. I think it's a close fight, but I believe it's a fight that he's winning.
Yeah, it's the kind of fight, though, that you can't afford to let up at all, or do what you just said. Think that you're winning. He can't really think that way. He's got to think that he's got to take one round at a time. The rest of the rounds, he's got to win each one of them.
Goes up top with a right hand. Tyson's got a real acquired skill here, and that is the ability to pick your shots and land them.
So you hear the saying when people say, do you know what time it is? You have to know what time it is. He knows what time it is. He knows when to throw a certain punch.
How about that left hand? He gets off with a combination up top. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. He is so dangerous with that left hook to the body, and this time he adds the right hand on the back end. There's a nice left hand able to get in. He brings an uppercut that really does damage there. Scored well with the hook. Flush right hand to the head. Well, he's got the attitude, something's got to stick. He fires off the combination, and they both do. Well, he's committed to the left hand, and it's paying off here. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. In a later stage of the fight like we have right here, when you see one guy consistently getting hit with the right hand, what is the answer?
Move your head.
Solid straight right hand. And now he's targeting upstairs. That's a solid right hand by Mike Tyson. Iron Mike lands the left good. That was a miss by Mike Tyson. Good shot there with that left. He fires off the combination there, and it lands. And now he scores with that left to the body. Tyson's got a way of just getting away from that punch. Tyson's got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek. Way to block there. He missed with that headshot. Mike Tyson's got a real problem on his hands now, Teddy. I think the cut is actually worsening around his eye. He has to do a better job of watching out for that. He has to protect that eye. Yeah, what he has to do now is give his corner man, his cut man, a chance for his work to be accomplished. In other words, there's been coagulants, chemicals put into that eye. Now the fighter has to move a little bit, be elusive, and allow those chemicals, those medicines to work.
You gotta watch the water in the corner.
He's been setting a really good pace here as we start round number 8. Teddy's scorecard, you can see that he's up there. You got to be careful, though, not to come off that gas pedal.
Yeah, because you're right. There's a double-edged sword here. Not only careful because you've been scoring, but just by being aggressive, that is what's been keeping your opponent defensive-minded. So as soon as you let up off that gas pedal, his hands are going to start moving.
Right, and the judges will notice that right away if the other guy's working more.
Well, obviously.
Able to get rid of that one. Committing to the body work now. He lands. Oh, he is stuck. Big shot comes crashing home. Unbelievable. Just the barrage continues. He's knocked down again.
But his desire and heart is just as strong as it was before.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hard to prepare for a situation like this, but many do. He's been down, now he's got to survive.
So that's where you're wrong. It's not hard to prepare, it's a must to prepare. If you're a trainer, that's what you do in the gym. You teach a guy, if you're in this situation, this is what you do. You grab on, you move your head, you survive.
Tyson's able to avoid that punch. Now he brings the left hand up, and just like that, oh, that's gotta hurt. Tyson goes down. Once again, Tyson goes down. But will he get up again?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So the knockdown scored against Mike Tyson, but his opponent may want to watch out as Tyson has steadied himself back up on his feet. He's got confidence he can crack, and he just did there.
And he had the distance, Joe, the height that he wanted to set up that punch.
And the round comes to an end. It's just a brutal display in there right now, Teddy, and it's painted on both guys' faces.
And the one with the advantage, this is going to sound funny in this kind of brutal war that we're watching here, but the guy who lays back a little bit now lets the other guy take the chances and takes advantage of those chances. Under these kind of conditions where you can barely see what's coming, believe it or not, the guy that gives in that way, that's smart that way, he's going to have the advantage.
Good defense, just covering up down low. Tyson's not putting forth much offense at all. Now listen, I get it. You put forth some offense, you got hurt, you were stunned in this fight, so now you're strictly thinking defense. But at some point, he's got to change.
Yeah, he does. Otherwise, he can't win this fight. And his opponent is just going to keep coming like that ocean, banging into that shore, and it's going to come further up the shoreline. It's not going to go away.
He had his eyes set on the uppercut, but was unable to land it. How about that? 1, 2, 3. Boom, 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 all landing. Solid left hand. Scored well up top. Pulled the trigger on that overhand left. And now you see him scoring well with the right. Big shot he just scored with. Wow, he goes down again.
This is going to be called the elevator fight. Up and down all night.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He's being dominated now. Yes, he got up from that knockdown, but this fight could be over at any moment. You got to think the referee's taking a look.
If he's a good ref, he is, but fighters have come back. As dismal as this looks, as bad as this looks, they have come back before.
And that's the end of round 9. You can have the best game plan in the world, but when your eyes shuts closed like that, everything changes.
The one thing doesn't change, Joe, and that's the mentality of a warrior. You find a way. You do not give in. You find a way. You concentrate harder, and you see with that one eye what you need to see.
Comes right back with some offense of his own. Boy, unable to get away from those punches. Able to time that left hand and score with it. Tyson's on the receiving end of a hook. He snaps a jab. Well-placed shot. Came after a nice defensive move there. Good block. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Nice combination, landing more than one. Both were able to score. Scores big with the hook to the head. Targeting that midsection now with the combo. Mike Tyson feeling the effects now of that hook. Needs to improve that accuracy, missed with the headshot. And now a little combination punching, landing both shots. Solid. And he beat the count? I don't think so here, Teddy.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes. One,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And it's over. This fight is over. Mike Tyson's corner is already celebrating. His opponent unable to beat the count.
Ladies and gentlemen, by knockout, your winner, Iron Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson's power that we saw throughout the night, building a lead on your scorecard, now ends the night with a knockout.